And we are back. Happy New Year to everybody. Good to see all y'all hanging out here. I am, of course, Christian, founder of the NSLB, owner of the Luigi Knights, your commissioner, your statistician. With me, as every week, is, of course, my lovely color commentator, person keeping me sane, owner of the Mario Fireballs. It's Iris. How you doing, Iris?
I'm doing really well. I'm excited to see some more baseball. We're really seeing the standings start to shake out a little bit. We only have two sets of teams with the same record at this point, and that could very well change after this week.
Yeah, a lot of teams have been getting past their bye weeks now, so things are starting to shape out. More teams playing. Obviously, we've still got a few byes to go, including the Wilds this week, but we're starting to get a little bit of that sweet, sweet data going on. Although RNG in this game is swingy as anything, so for right now, the Luigi Knights maintain a top spot, 4-0, undefeated. Tough game for them lined up tonight, though, and the Fireballs in second place have what I suspect might be a bit of an easier one, so we could see that joint first coming up after this week. Behind them, third place, DK Wilds, 3-2. Rookies, Flowers, Muscles, Monsters, all on 2 wins, but due to the bye week, Muscles and Monsters do have more losses, so they're holding in the back right now. Run differential also just so happens to shake out that way. And Muscles actually have the Muscles have the head to head over the Monsters. Rookies have the head to head over the Flowers. So that middle pack, top four go to playoffs when we're all done. A lot of people vying for that spot. Behind them, Bows 1-3, Monarchs 1-4. Good news for them, they're playing each other this week, so somebody's gonna move up.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, I mean, any game is definitely capable of going either way. I think the worst team is still going to eke out a couple wins. As we've already seen, we have no more winless teams.
We do not. We do not. And I'm gonna rag on him a little bit. My father here in chat, it's his birthday. I couldn't make it to his birthday, but he could make it to my baseball. So everyone wish him a happy 50.
Happy 50.
He's not 50. I just like to razz him.
Hmm.
Uh,
Happy 26.
now that would be awkward. But alrighty, so we've got game one here for you folks. We're gonna get moving. Wario Muscles going to the playroom. Bowser Jr. rookies. Wario Muscle's going to be batting a pretty common order for them now. They've started to figure it out. Shortstop Wario going to bat leadoff, and he is staying there. You better believe it. Right fielder Yellow Shy Guy gets the star this week, batting second. Waluigi, your starting pitcher, tends to cycle in and out with King Boo, batting third. Second baseman Red Yoshi. Catcher Purple Toad moved up in the order. Nate helped a little bit with some of the stat keeping and was surprised to see that all of the Toads, but Purple Toad included, are pretty solid batters. Not going to see a lot of RBIs, not going to see a real high slugging, but they will absolutely get some singles, and so Purple Toad's going to get a few more opportunities to do that before third baseman King Boo hopefully brings him home. First baseman Paragoomba, left fielder Yellow Pianta getting moved back in the order now, and center fielder and owner Nate bringing up the rear as he often does.
Yeah, I. This is a team that Nate has spent a lot of time tinkering with. Continues to mess around a little bit here and there. I love an owner who can tinker, and I think it'll be pretty exciting to watch them face off against this Bowser Jr. rookies lineup of Bowser Jr. in center field, Red Koopa with the star out in right field. Dark Bones will be batting third, manning first base. King K. Rool is catching. Critter is at short, Goomba at third. August himself will be left field. Magic Koopa is pitcher, and Baby Peach will be rounding out the lineup at second base. This is a lineup that's absolutely got some potential to hit some dingers to get people on base. I think we got an exciting game of baseball coming up.
We absolutely do. It's one of the most changed teams against one of the least changed teams. Time to find out. A little battle of old versus new here. I'm gonna get us going. My stream setup has been a little wacky getting back on the horse after 2 weeks off, so you folks let me know if everything's going as it should, as we have Wario up to bat. Let me tell you, watching all these games at 1.5 speed to get the stats, and then going even faster on some of the simulations, it is like everything is moving through molasses right now watching them now. Yellow Shy Guy gonna line one out to Green Critter at short for a quick double play. Shy Guy's very good at that.
Yeah, the Critter once again showing why he's the best middle infielder in baseball, arguably.
Cowboy Zach, welcome. You're just in time. Or, really, you're early, but we're glad to have you here for all the games leading up to yours at the end of the night here. Red Yoshi gets a single after Waluigi does, so we've got 2 on for Purple Toad. 2 outs, time to find out if that move up in the batting order was worth it. Maybe not.
I got Bowser Jr. leading off here. Is capable of a somewhat interesting star hit, although CPUs don't really seem to like to use those star hits. And as I say that,
Announcer's curse. It looks like an easy
Commentator's
fly
curse.
out, but the paintball comes ahead of the baseball. Bowser Jr. getting a little greedy going for the double there, but he manages.
Yeah, it would have been a pretty difficult play to make. We've got
Waluigi gonna spend a star here, but for all the abilities that the star gives him, Red Koopa only manages to line out and do a double play. Nobody on, 2 out for Dark Bones here, and Nate's got
well,
that.
Waluigi used the star, or you mean yeah, Bones is a start character, right? Yeah, and then Waluigi got incredible value out of that star pitch, getting a double play.
Absolutely. First inning goes scoreless for both teams. King Boo gonna charge up very early for this ball, but still wants to swing at it. He gets away with it with a long single into right, but let me tell you folks, there's a pretty big penalty on hitting power if you stay charged like that long.
Mm-hmm.
Paragoomba, I have not checked, but I suspect he may be pushing for league leader in double plays. Can he do it again? You better believe it.
It is kind of an interesting part of the game where, it's right, you've got that whole theory of, do you want to spread out your offense so you've got, good hitters who get on base who can then get driven home, or do you want to like condense all of your good hitting into one part of the lineup? And part of that too is, do you want to quarantine off these players who just routinely hit into double plays? Because every team has to have them.
Yeah, I haven't checked yet. I know that every team has had at least one batter hit into a double play. There are some teams, I believe, where every batter has hit into a double play. Now, Bullet Bill out in the outfield going to give Bowser Jr. some trouble. Very good hit from Wario. Is going to bring one home. Nate getting a little greedy trying for second, but King K. Rool is
Makes it back.
not going to be the one to catch up to you from behind the plate.
Just an insane misplay there from King K. Rool. You got to throw that ball sooner.
And Magic Koopa is already getting tired. They do not have a lot of stamina, but you were hoping to see more than this out of them.
Yeah, pretty concerning.
Now, I am pretty confident that August, owner of the Rookies, is here tonight, which is good because I did not get an advance pitching order. So he's at my mercy. I could put Goomba on the mound right now. Instead, we're going to do what August normally does in this situation, put up Baby Peach. You're putting Baby Peach in pretty early. If I were you, I would be thinking about my third. But we'll see. Maybe she can surprise me. Top of the second, runners on the corners, 2 outs for Yellow Shy Guy. Not going to hit into a double play again. Going to drive one very deep, but it pulls foul into left at just the last second. Instead, a less flashy single up the middle does get one home. Nate crosses the plate there.
Yeah, you can't complain about any run-scoring play here.
No, I mean, you see a home run from a Shy Guy, you're real happy about it, but it's not what you expect from him. You're not upset if they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Another player you're not going to see a home run from is Waluigi. One of the worst power stats in this entire game, but an excellent contact hitter. Does get the bases loaded here. And with Red Yoshi up, the rookies are desperate to just get out of this inning before things get worse. Not going to happen quite yet, though.
Yeah, that will be one more scored run. And we've got the bases loaded as up to the plate, we see first Baby Peach is tired. Toad coming up to the plate. If there was ever a time for Toad to go for a home run.
We see him showing charge.
You can tell that Magenta Toad here wants it.
Rookie's sitting here wondering, when does Paragoomba come back up again? Turning into a singles fest here.
Nothing wrong with just moving the conveyor belt forward.
Absolutely not. Muscles have 4 runs up right now, 3 of them scored on 2 outs.
Zach, why is the Yellow Shy Guy the Occult Swallows guy?
Baby Peach not going to survive an entire inning. Her ERA about to look utterly terrible. Nothing like letting up 3 after pitching a third of an inning.
Oh, why, yes. I get you, Zach. Occult Swallows are pretty cool. It's a shame that their ownership refuses to enter the 21st century.
August is not thrilled, owner of the rookies here. Not the performance he wanted to see out of his starting 1 and 2. But this is it, my friend. Your third's gonna really bring it home for you. So who's it gonna be? Now, Iris, while we have a minute of downtime, as I'm putting Bowser Jr. on the mound, Darkbones in center, the game feels like it's running correctly to you, right?
I would say so. Why?
Again, watching weeks and weeks of sped up games, I'm feeling a little jet lagged. But alright, we've got Darkbones in center now, and Baby Peach on first. Bowser Jr. does not have the greatest track record for the rookies, but he is a captain, and he's got a lot more stamina than either of their previous 2 pitchers. You're really just trying to get out of this inning so you can get back on the right side of the plate. Magic Hoopa at second. Gonna make a magic catch. You have to wonder where that's been all inning, but if he ever had to decide to use it, I guess you're happy with it now rather than later still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't a great defensive inning for Madge, and it felt like there were a couple balls that were gettable.
King K roll up to bat here for the rookies. If you're the Muscles, you're always feeling a little happy to see the deadliest hitter on a team up when there's nobody to load the bases for him. Still,
and this could very well be a triple, probably just a double.
Deep ball to center. King K. Rool not fast enough. In fact, having him out there on the base paths could be a liability if Critter doesn't have what it takes to park this one. Gonna whiff on strike 1 from the Liar Ball. Waluigi cannot use any more of those, though. Does not have enough stars. Red Yoshi comes in from second. Gonna make the throw at first. You've now got a runner on third for Goomba on 1 out. And K. Rool is slow, but he's fast enough to cross the plate there. Rookie's not going to get shut out.
And as we've seen so many times, either of these teams are absolutely capable of scoring enough. The Bowser Jr. rookies are absolutely capable of scoring 3 more runs to get back into it. The Wario Muscles could just as easily score 4 more runs to pull ahead again.
This is a very swingy game in terms of its RNG. It's part of the beauty.
Well, yeah, it is baseball. The swing is kind of the whole point.
Haha. I walked into that one. And Blue Magic Koopa walked right into that double play. My goodness, just a rough contact. Maybe should have waited for his pitch a little bit. One all the rookie's going to put up. Paragoomba up. No double play available for him to hit into. Bowser Jr. decides to open with a paintball. Not sure why, but Goomba's going to just hit a trickler up the center that Magic Koopa grabs. Kind of feels like a bit of a waste of a star, but the CPU uses them so infrequently that there's really no such thing as wasting them around here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I would have to guess we see a full star gauge more often than having any stars used.
Now, a bit of a feeling issue out there in right on that single from Yellow Pianta. Fireball item followed by a Chain Chomp, but neither convinced Yellow Pianta to try and make a dive for second. He's going to stay on first, and as Nate lines that one out to Green Critter at short, he's still going to stay on first. No double play made. And so it's 2 outs, man on first for the Muscles. We know they can score on a 2-out rally. Will they do it again? Wario's going to get him started with a single. Shy Guy's got a star. They do like to use them, but did not hear.
Yeah.
Probably should have. There are times where
even the best players in baseball only get on base like 80% of the time.
I actually have to check. It's been a little bit since I looked what our best batting average is in this league. I'll take a look when we're done here. For now, though, no offense mounted from Baby Peach. That is why you put her 9th. But you'd really like your leadoff to do a little better. And although Wario does not have a super dive, he makes a pretty good normal dive at short there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think the ball left the infield that inning.
There are often times where it does not. I have not clicked on the game in a little while. Holidays were a busy time for me. I'm still getting back into the swing of things. I'll remember to click on it a little more regularly. It's because the rookies haven't had to have 2 pitching substitutions this inning. Red Yoshi gonna hit a long
unfortunately,
line
that
drive
one
into
just
left.
pulls just foul.
And a quick double play here. Green Critter. You know, we've got 4 critters in this league, and 3 of them are in the middle infield. It's the position they were born to play.
And Magenta Toad shows off there that they possess the sight beyond sight. Managed to hit through the paint splatter very nicely.
3 for 3 today so far. I'm sure Nate is feeling a little justified about moving him up in the batting order if If he's here yet, I know he normally works, but he'll be happy to see us when he gets off.
Absolutely. I do wonder how many baseball games we'll have to see before a player hits for the cycle. I don't imagine it'll happen this season.
May not. The Peach's Ice Garden, as Paragoomba yet again lines out into what would have certainly been a double play if there had been an out to spare in that inning. Peach's Ice Garden tends to be the best stadium for it because it is much easier to hit triples there than anywhere else, but inversely, it's much harder to hit home runs. So, Darkbone's going to hit a long line drive out in the right, caught by Yellow Shy Guy. Waluigi, starting to get tired, does not feel threatened enough by King K. Rool. Maybe should. This is a long ball. They are under it. And unlike last time, we had a team come into the Bowser Jr. rookies. That ball is not too high to be grabbed. Nate tosses up Yellow Shy Guy. Perfect timing. And the Muscles looking to jump a few ranks in the standings here, the way this game is going so far. But Green Critter is going to get one over second baseman Red Yoshi. Rookies are not out of this yet. Bottom of the fourth, down 4-1 on 2 outs. Goomba up to bat. And unlike his winged cousin, manages to get on base.
Now, did Nate send you a pitching lineup?
I am almost certain he did. Let's just take
I have
a
to
quick
imagine
look.
it's KB here, but
Yes, it is in fact. Oh, hold on. This one is... Oh, forgot to update the record. Okay. I was looking, I saw week 5. I was like, wait a minute, he just forgot to put the right number in, so this is the correct lineup. I did not screw up. And it is, in fact, KB. And let me tell you, after this, things start to get a little interesting.
well, we will have to see if we can get to that point.
Yeah, King Boo usually good for at least 3 full innings. You're here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 outs. I expect he'll last the whole game, but anytime the rookies mount a good offense, it can really tire out a pitcher quicker. August gonna hit what could have been a home run on another stadium, but we have a bit of a home field disadvantage there as the Womp Crackers out back count as part of the wall, and so they block it. Still an RBI double.
Mm-hmm. Looked like it was close to even clearing the Womps, but just couldn't make it.
No, that forward momentum on that ball really died at the last second. Magic Koopa gonna get a single. Game is 4-3. Rookie's saying, "Hey, look, Knights are not the not the Knights. The Muscles are not the only team who can hit a 2-out rally. I've got myself on the brain."
I think you've actually got the brain in yourself, but
Well, I don't know. My father's here. He's told me I've been missing one a couple of times. Baby Peach does not have what it takes to keep things going, though. You know, as an owner, I'm sure you've felt it. Sometimes there really is that sense of dread where you start to get some momentum, and then you see that one batter up to the plate, and you're thinking, not now. Not now. Can we take a rain check till next inning? A weak pop fly from Yellow Pianta, trying to make use of the shell item he's been given from Nate to mess up the outfielder, but they keep that ball in the air long enough for Red Koopa to catch it. Magic Koopa's got that one. Quick first 2 outs here for the rookies. They are not in the lead yet, but they do not want this lead that the Muscles have on them to get any bigger. Wario going to use a star hit. First one of his that we've seen all season. Now, the AI does not know how to handle this one, so it is essentially a free single. In PvP,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you could have done there, really.
in PvP, it's actually a very easy ball to field. But
Oh, can you just catch it?
you cannot catch it, but the bomb only detonates when it hits the ground or when you are under it. So, as Waluigi lines that one out and prevents the Muscles from getting anything done, if you are playing PvP sluggers and Wario goes for a star hit, all you do is move to the little circle where it says the ball's gonna land. You move just a little ahead of that, and then you jump.
Gotcha.
And if you've got your timing right, you'll grab it before it blows up.
Yeah, we don't really see the CPU characters jump much. Aside from the buddy jumps, which will rob that possible home run. Definitely would have been a hit were it not for the buddy jump, regardless.
That was close. I was not sure that Nate and Yellow Shy Guy had the height between them to get there. But the Muscles, the last team in the NSLB to mark up a win, went 0-3 at the start of this season. They are not about to let themselves slip in the standings. Darkbone's going to get one down for a single here. 2 outs, man on for K-Rool. Couple of home runs from the rookies have been robbed already. If they don't manage to rob what could be a potential home run from K-Rool here, they will take the lead. Goes contact
K-Rool
instead.
doesn't even bother charging. I think that's extremely questionable. But Darkbone is gonna hold up at third.
In a Dark Bones on a Dark field.
Could have quite made it. But we've got an EP Boo going into Critter. Not what you want to see if you are a member of the Muscles.
No, Critter not to be underestimated here, and does have batting chemistry with K-Rool on base. Gets one up the middle here. That's good enough to get him on base. Now the rookies are looking at 2 outs and some very slow base runners. It is going to be a challenge to take the lead this inning, but they've tied it, and that is enough to at least let them see a bottom of the 7th. And King Boo is done. One of the challenges when it comes to pitchers with low stamina in this game, they're great until they let something through, and then they just don't have the mental strength to keep going. Baseball is a lot like running in that way. They always used to tell us in cross country, 90% of this sport is physical, the other half is mental.
Uh-huh.
It works if you don't think about it, which you shouldn't do in most sports. Now, believe it or not, in spite of a pretty rough performance so far, Wario is taking the mound. Wario has let up a few tough ones, but Nate has run a lot of simulations, a lot more simulations than we've had season games. It is very possible that he's seen something out of Wario that we have not here at the NSLB yet. He does at least get through one batter to close the inning without any more damage. But that early lead finally been whittled away here. Top of the 6th, tied 4-4. Muscles are going to have to get back on the offense. Cowboy Zach, owner of the Bows, very excited to see Wario on the mound, but not in a good way. Purple Toad, finally gonna miss one today. Unfortunate to see it here. Big swing and a miss from King Boo on the paintball. Bowser Jr. does have 2 more in the tank if he wants to use them. Does not. King Boo misses on the off-speed here. Strike 3 you gotta swing on, but he takes that one for some rough contact. Rookies have been consistently scoring 1, 2 per inning here. They can keep it up. They take the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Starting with Wario pitching to August. And immediately lets up a single.
Really beautiful hit by Madge there. And also, some nice fielding by Yellow Shy Guy. Gets it out of the way just in time for the chain chomp.
In a moment that's very important for the rookies, they are showing their 9th batter. But everybody's got something in them, and Baby Peach learns from everybody else, puts them up the middle. A lot of singles going up the middle tonight. Now you've got a bit of a tougher hitter in Bowser Jr. Almost went yard earlier this game.
Yeah, game-defining at-bat, you want to go to your captain, so it just works out perfectly here.
It does not work out perfectly
As Bowser
for
Jr. is going
Wario.
to drive in at least 1, looks like 2, possibly 3.
Baby Peach is gonna try. Those little legs of hers not fast enough, but can she get back to 3rd in time? She can.
Kind of impressive how bad the CPUs are at being catchers.
Now we see some excellent error item usage there. What happened there is the green shell came in, Yellow Shy Guy got distracted going after the green shell, and then the chain chomp came in from behind to block his path back.
Yeah.
Technically not an error,
incredible
but
sequence of events to give Bowser Bowser Jr. his 3-run double.
And now 2 on,
and now
nobody
Nate's
out.
in a little bit of a tough spot here.
Dark Bones up. Bases loaded, nobody out for King K. Rool, followed by Critter. If you're the Muscles, you gotta get out of this right now, or there may well be no coming back. And that's a deep ball. They're under it, but Bowser Jr. is waiting on 3rd to tag up. And you can better believe he's gonna get home.
I mean, I guess it's nice limiting it to just 1 run, but now you're at the point where a grand slam only ties the game. And there's still only 1 out.
Yeah, there's no guarantee.
Inning is not over.
With Critter up, there's no guarantee they only kept it to 1 run. That's a deep ball, but it is way left. Critter's gotta try and keep him on the right side of the foul poles here. Opts for a single instead. Bases are loaded. Critter not the fastest base runner. Goomba not the best hitter. But you don't need the fastest and you don't need the best. Even 1 here, you're happy to get that much further ahead. And that is what Goomba's going to do. Red Koopa again. Base runners in this game generally pretty terrible about tagging up, but they usually know to do it on 3rd. Wario burning through his splitters now. Really just wants to get out of this inning. A good buddy throw home is finally going to do it. Dark Bones not as fast on the base paths as some of the previous runners, and so Yellow Shy Guy Nate managed to throw it all the way from the outfield. And Wario's redemption arc has been postponed, I'm afraid. Muscles need to score 5, starting with their most reliable double play hitter.
If anything, you're just happy he showed up at the beginning of the inning.
I suppose, but you'd really like to see him show up, if you understand what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. A lot of things would be nice.
Pianta's very slow, but Yellow Pianta does get on base here. Still on
Nate
1
is
out.
hoping to capitalize off a tired Bowser Jr. here. and just manages to hit that over Madge's head. I I feel like Madge could have put in a little bit more effort there, but
Star pitch from Bowser Jr. Really would love to see a star swing from Wario. Instead, it's going to be a lazy blooper into shallow right. Red Koopa's got it. 2 on, 2 out. Bowser Jr., for some reason, too intimidated by Yellow Shy Guy to just finish the game. August, very excited. Yeah, you'll be climbing up in the standings here. You know, my position as a commissioner and as owner of the Knights leaves me in a unique position of not wanting to give out any advice, but I can tell you that eyebrows were raised when I saw the eyebrows were raised when I saw the pitching order. I thought Nate knew something we didn't, and maybe he still does, but Wario's not showing it so far. You don't need him to pitch a whole lot, August. That is pretty much what I was expecting. K-Rool is coming in, but I am gonna take a quick look here. Make sure I don't have any other substitutions here in the NSLB. We do allow for others. Okay, Bowser Jr. is catching. Relish winning the hot dog race, says Sakailes. Now, we do not have any between-inning mascot food races, but I'd be lying if I said it wouldn't be kind of entertaining to see K-Rool dressed up as a banana or something trying to round the base paths. Instead of something
it sure
like
would
that,
be something.
we don't get much of a spectacle here as Green Critter makes a very routine out at short. And that's going to be all she wrote.
Really nice comeback when they're by the rookies.
Yeah, rookies have won and lost games this season in the 7th. Or in the 9th if we're... No, I'm sorry. Yes, in the 9th if we're counting their run against the Wilds last week. They are a team that knows how to put on a show.
Yeah, and I think they really just demonstrated to us why they're absolutely a team capable of snatching up one of those playoff spots.
August, congratulations. Happy to see it for you. Not happy to see it for Nate, but what can you do? What can you do? We've still got plenty of baseball to play. Speaking of teams with a good chance of making the playoffs, Game 2 involves our favorite Mario Fireballs. Favorite if you're Iris, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Iris, I'm pretty sure everybody here knows what the Fireballs look like by now, but given that we have at least one chatter I don't recognize, why don't you walk us through?
Yep. So, pretty unchanged lineup. We've really only got the two different lineups. We have Red Critter leading off with a star over at short. Next up is Hammer Bro, our third baseman, Boomerang Bro, first base, Fire Bro, second base. We got the Bros. After that, Red Madge is going to be taking the mound. I will be manning center field. Mario will be in right field. Red Toad over in left, and Baby Daisy behind the dish. This is a team that hits early and hits often.
They definitely do both of those things. Have you looked at the stat sheet recently, by chance?
I have not.
Would you like to guess which bros got the highest average now that I'm able to look because I'm very proud of myself and a few of you who helped out. I appreciate it for keeping track of this sort of thing.
Gonna say Fire Bro?
Boomerang, your best hitter. But they're all
That
doing
makes sense.
they're all doing very well here. Hammer Bro batting 615, Boomerang Bro batting 733. Fire Bro only batting 462, but keeping up with the others in RBIs. Just a couple of sack plays from him.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, tell me who I'm going up against this week.
It's the Daisy Flowers. We've got our long ball team versus our small ball team. Daisy Flowers lineup, again, pretty unchanged. Monty Mole catching, Daisy pitching. She is coming in due to Blooper's ineligibility. This team generally likes to cycle between Daisy and Blooper as their starter. Yellow Magic Koopa always first reliever, and then whichever non-starter came in goes third. Yellow Toad batting left, Rhiannon, Yellow Me, going to be batting center. Or playing left, playing center, batting third, batting fourth, excuse me. Blue Critter, third baseman, coming in behind them. Yellow Yoshi gets the star this week, going to right field. Yellow Magic Koopa on short. That magic catch of theirs has great range, so you love to see him there, although it is a little slow getting out of the glove. So very reliable for one, not often going to turn two. Green Paratroopa playing second, batting eighth. Blooper, first baseman, bringing up the rear. Now, Flowers have what I might ordinarily call a home field advantage here, but this is a stadium where as long as you push or pull the ball even a little bit, you can get some very easy and very low line drive homers. So Flowers are going to have to really, what's the term, moneyball their way into this one?
Something like that.
I've yet to see that movie.
It looks like a Moneyball team. Just a little bit weird in a league where none of our players are paid. They all do it for the love of the game.
They absolutely do, and we love to see it, love to see all of you here. So let me quit holding everything up by yapping and take you to the cruiser. Red Critter first up to bat here. Started off his season very slow, but has been an excellent leadoff hitter ever since.
Absolutely. Demonstrates why he has the start, just a classic leadoff single.
And Boomerang Bro already trying to put something on the board, but sorry, Hammer Bro already trying to put something on the board. But that is just caught at the very edge of right field. Now it's Boomerang Bro. It's a hot one outright, trying for some of those line drive homers. Instead
we'll just have to settle for a line drive single that advances Red Critter to third. Not a bad outcome at all. You got corner bases, and who's that up to bat? It's Fire Bro. The last sort of major home run threat of this team.
Also, as mentioned from looking at the stats, very good at hitting sack plays. You might see a sack fly here. No, instead going to go for the whole thing. Gets aboard with a single. Slow, but not too slow to make it. Fireballs have already put one on the board as Red Critter slides into home.
Oh, that's going to be a double play from Madge, as we see Yellow Madge intent on ruining Red Madge's day.
I was talking about how they can be a little slow to get those out of the glove, but when you've got slow runners on base, you can still manage. And yes, I have to call out Cowboy Zach, Heroes in a Half Shell. Truly, the bros have turtle power.
And a pretty nice jump there from Fire Bro.
Yeah, make no mistake, they are not just bats. Their gloves are all pretty solid too.
Slow players, but they do have super dive, so really pretty nice to see in middle infield.
The Toads, some of your most reliable hitters. Yellow Toad going to get on first here, but it is on 2 outs with Rhiannon up, so Flowers not looking like they're going to be able to answer here in the bottom of the first. But we've seen a couple of 2-out rallies yet, so I am not quite discounting them. But there's that super
And again,
dive.
we saw, slow to get it out of the glove, but still just enough time to make the play at first.
Fireball's batting Iris, Mario, Red Toad. That'll be followed by Baby Daisy. This the section you really want to get past quick. Keep them scoreless this inning.
Mm-hmm.
And Yellow Mage does the first. Orioles Mario up to bat here. All this orange kind of looks like he belongs on the opposite team.
And on that play, it looked like he's maybe playing for the opposite team as he just lines out of the shortstop.
Cover Athlete has had a few double plays of his own. And a quick 1-2-3 from the Flowers. Exactly what they needed here. The defense is only half the battle. Blue Critter, Yellow Yoshi, Yellow Magic Koopa gonna need to start manufacturing some runs.
This is absolutely a park where you can do that in one swing of the bat, and this is absolutely a player who can do that in one swing of the bat. Charges up. We'll have to settle.
Blue Critter is the most rounded of the critters. Got the worst bat, but the best pitching if you ever need him there. Pretty good fielding, pretty good speed, not quite the fastest. But speed for a critter is still only 3 out of 10, maybe 4 out of 10 on a good day. And we see that speed on the base pads come into play there as a quick double play keeps the Flowers from answering.
Mm-hmm. And now Baby Daisy, Red Critter, and Hammer Bro. We're looping back around to the lineup, but first Baby Daisy's up to bat. And thank God she couldn't do any more damage than that.
You know, it might be my eyes playing a trick, but it almost looked like she showed bunt at the last second there as she hit that trickler to Daisy.
Yeah, it seemed like this isn't a thing in the game, but it seemed like a swinging bunt.
Daisy going to use a star pitch with no chem item up. If Hammerbro takes this, it could be trouble. Does not. Daisy has more, though, and she is going to use another. This time Firebro takes. Does not want to get to strike 3. Very easy infield fly. Not called as one, but...
Well, it's only called an infield fly if you have runners on first and second.
Correct. But there's no other way to describe what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
And Green Paratroopa makes a good dive for that one at second. You know, Daisy's pitching, a bit of a mixed bag, especially by captain standards, but she does what she needs to do there to keep the Fireball scoreless on the cruiser.
Absolutely. Pretty unassuming game so far.
Yeah, normally a very high-scoring park, but not going to be one so far, as Green Paratroopa grounds that one out to second. Blooper and Monty Mole up. Flowers starting to get back to the top of their order.
That's the first ball that we've seen leave the infield at all in a little bit. Red Mage is struggling a little bit. Would like to at least get through this inning.
Well, if you remember last week, Red Magic Koopa pitched about 3 innings straight, all tired, complained the entire time, but he delivered, so you may still see him for a bit yet.
That would be nice. This is definitely a much stronger lineup defensively.
He's also batting this inning, but not before Firebro gets his shot.
And it's high, it's going, but Rhiannon's under it and makes the out.
The chem outfield here for the Flowers, really one of their biggest strengths. You've got a Mii, you've got a Toad, you've got a Yoshi. They've all got chemistry. They're all pretty good fielders. None of them are under 6 out of 10 in speed. But they can't do everything.
Just a solid single there.
As Red Magic Koopa does hit a good single up past Yellow Magic Koopa at short.
Unfortunately, I can't manage more than a long line drive caught by Toad over there.
Mario hit a grounder to short last time. Gonna hit A line drive to first instead. Same result both ways. No scores since one opener from the Fireballs as we get into the bottom of the fourth here. Daisy up to bat. Daisy definitely one of those hitters I think benefits from this being her home stadium. Not going to show it here though, as she keeps that one too much in center field to get out. Red Toad's got it at the warning track. Red Magic Koopa complaining but staying in. Really his MO.
Yeah, there have been some discussions that it could maybe be a clubhouse issue, that his negative attitude could impact the other players, but so far this team has been pretty successful in spite of that, and Red Match has been pretty successful. Can't quite feel that one. It's extremely hard to catch a ball that's coming right back to you.
2 on, 1 out for Blue Critter. This the Flowers' best opportunity to get ahead so far this game. Opts for contact, but it is a single pretty deep. Red Toad misses that dive, and Yellow Toad is going to cross the plate. We are tied at 1. Runners on the corners, 1 out.
And we'll have to see if that is the final nail in the coffin there for Red Match. And it is. So, you know this song and dance.
I pretty much do. Red Magic Koopa goes to second. Fire Bro goes to right. Mario takes the mound.
That's exactly right.
Look at that. It's good that I know somebody's pitching substitutions, because let me tell you, as owner of the Knights, I have never actually had to make a pitching substitution, so I haven't thought about mine too closely.
It must be nice.
Oh, don't worry. Next game, we might see that change. And although you've said this lineup's a little weaker defensively, Red Critter is no weaker for it, as he makes an excellent dive for the second out there. Yellow Magic Koopa not able to keep the rally going.
And Red Match there, obviously showing that he is just as good at second as on the mound, if not even a bit better. It's really just the concern of if any ball ends up out in right field. As Toad is leading off, hits a nice single. Does not mean much unless Baby Daisy is able to avoid a double play. I would love to see the bunt here. Instead, she's charging.
She is going
And
to
oh, what a charge it is.
Red Toad not going to tag up. Toad's pretty fast on the base paths, but no first base coach in this league, as you've often said. Still, Red Critter's going to see if he can't advance him a few bases here. Bad bounce off the tables in the outfield brings that one right back to Yellow Magic Koopa at short.
Yeah, just a couple inches higher, it would have bounced off the top of the table. It could have been a double. But that might not
Hammer
matter
Bro.
if Hammer Bro just hits a dinger. 3-run home run.
There's that
Brings
one.
my team right back to in the lead.
Pulls it over that very low wall and right. First big score of this game. Daisy is now starting to get tired. She's going to be done for the day. You know, last time the Fireballs had this opportunity, we saw Daisy really make excellent use of the star pitches. She just doesn't decide to this time around. So she is going to go to the timeout corner in short. It's a very active timeout corner.
Yeah.
And Yellow Magic Koopa, always the reliever here, going to take the mound. Now you're hoping in the bottom of the fifth on 1 out he can get you all the way through this game, because he is a much better pitcher than Blooper, who is generally going to be the third.
Top of the fifth, but yeah, as Boomerang Bro hits one, likely to be robbed again.
Yeah, you've really got to push or pull the ball here.
Yeah, did he hit the other one that was robbed? Or was that? It was one of the Bros.
Remember. One bro's home run, one bro's out. Which of the two is Firebro gonna try and follow the example of?
Pretty slow, but Rhiannon is slow to get over there. Does not make it. Just a little more hustle. She maybe could have gotten that out, but instead Firebro hits a home run. Very nice.
And the power of the long ball really starting to be demonstrated here now. I think some of the obstacles out there in the outfield may have slowed Rhiannon down just enough. Now, a lot of the times, I'll say, 5-1, we've seen some pretty big spots from teams in this league. 5-1 is not a decided game, but this late and at the pace it's been going, it just might be. And
oh my goodness,
the shell item somehow manages to ruin this, as both Rhiannon and Yellow Toad fail to communicate. Both try to attack the shell. Neither one of them stays onto the ball.
Yellow Match is already tired. We'll see if he has the same stamina as his red brother. Makes it out of the inning for now, though.
And
as Rhiannon has a tall task ahead of her with 3 more chances.
And if you're the Flowers, not a team famed for its batting, but even among the Flowers, Green Paratroopa Blooper, not how you want to start. Monty Mole is pretty reliable, but he's all the way out here batting third. And if I remember all my usernames right, I believe Nate has made it.
Yeah, it's Nate.
Hi, Nate. Good to see you. Been a great week of baseball. Don't watch the last game.
Oh, poor Nate.
Mario gonna throw a fireball here. Monty Mole, brave of him to take it, but Hammer Bro on third has got that.
They call third base the hot corner, but I didn't realize when they refer to it that way that sometimes you're gonna catch a literal flaming ball. As Daisy jumps kind of early, but still makes the catch. Very nice. Yellow Madge is tired again, complaining, but wants to see this through.
I really think, the more I watch the Magikoopas in particular express it, I really think tired in this game is less an expression of physical exhaustion and more of general frustration at continuing to pitch. It's not so much that he's tired, he's just kind of pissed off. Very weak ball from Baby Daisy there to Paratroopa at second.
Everything is perfectly aligned for one last push from the Mario Fireballs. We're going to see, at the very least, a Critter and 2 Bros. But before that, we've got Daisy up at the plate. And she's charging.
Flowers need a grand slam to tie this. They have not really managed to load the bases yet. And Daisy hits one that'd be deep enough to get out of the park in left or right, but not in center. Iris is under that for a quick first out. August bravely proposing that Nate do the scoring for his last game. I mean, do you want to give him that opportunity? As Yellow Toad manages to hit a solo shot in this game. It's high enough, and for once, we finally see the tables that have been set in the outfield getting in the way of the Fireballs and not the Flowers. Red Toad can't quite navigate around that one in time. But they're still 3 behind in the bottom of the 6th. You're going to need a bit more than that now.
Hey, it's a start.
It is a start, and on 2 strikes, Mario does not use a star. Pitch, go. I've got to get us back in this game. I'm sorry again. Rhiannon does get a board here, so it's 1 on, 1 out for Blue Critter. Takes a big swing and a miss at the off-speed. That one is deep. It's left. No chance. And
suddenly, this game is within 1 run.
And what Hammer Bro did out in right field, Blue Critter manages to do out in left field. 1 out, nobody on for a starred yellow Yoshi. Is the star worth giving him? Well, it's certainly worth giving Red
Perhaps
Critter.
not.
You've got to remember here, folks, this Fireball's shortstop, at the very least, is nothing short of elite. But Yellow Magic Koopa, very well placed, manages to bounce one off the tables for a deep double. Thought it might be a ground rule double there for a minute, but just going to end up being one either way. Bottom of the 6th, runner on second, 2 outs. Green Paratroopa not able to keep the rally going.
And now the Flowers will have one chance to make some magic happen here at home. But before that, they're going to have to get out the toughest part of the Fireballs lineup with a belligerent Yellow Mage on base as Critter pre-charged before the inning even started. Much nicer there, though. It's only going to be a single.
Yeah, line drive out into very shallow left. Was trying to sneak one over the railing there. Need a little more height than that, but not much. I am impressed.
Kind of felt like that was Hammer Bros' pitch there, but
I am impressed to see Yellow Magic Koopa choosing to stay on the mound here. 2 strikes. Hammer Bro swings and a miss. We see a rare strikeout.
What the hell?
1 out, 1 on for Boomerang Bro. Has had 1 robbed today. This one is deep, but they are under it.
This
Red
can't
Critter
keep happening.
not going to tag up. Flowers are still down by 1. They are just about ready to get out of this inning holding the Fireballs down, but they've still got to do something when they get up to bat next. But they've got 1 more out and 1 more Bro. Firebro has already hit a home run today. This not going to be a second one out to the warning track. Does the Powerball item come out in time? It never does. This AI does not know what it's doing. Blooper, Monty Mole,
So now the
Daisy.
Daisy Flowers. 3 chances.
This a pretty good part of
Blooper
their order to
Monty,
see up.
not quite who you want to see.
I mean, Blooper
But
not
everyone
a
in this league can...
Go ahead.
Yeah, everyone in this league can get hits. Not Blooper right now, though.
Monty Mole, pretty good batter. Daisy has the capacity to go yard. If we get a single and then a home run, this game ends. But Red Magic Koopa's range on that dive is crazy.
Mm-hmm. A solo shot from Daisy would still bring us at least to extra innings here.
She's gonna try. Charges up. That one is deep. Iris is
I think it
trying
might
to get
just
there,
do
but
it.
it's slow. And a very slow home run into left. But Daisy has got this game tied up. If the Flowers can manage to get one over the railing on 2 outs, they walk this one off. But it's not over yet. Yellow Toad has hit a home run
Toad
today.
not known for his home run prowess. Solid singles hitter, though.
Has hit a home run today.
That's true. Mario is giving every last bit of himself.
Mario trying to just outright kill him there. That raised his head, I think.
Perhaps a little animosity, a little frustration, as Mario has kind of single-handedly allowed this game to come back for the home team.
And for only the 2nd time in the NSLB, we're going to extras. Yellow Magic Koopa does not want to be pitching, but continues to do so.
Mm-hmm. And we'll be pitching into the weaker part of this lineup.
Weaker, Iris has hit a 3-run shot before, did a very nice home run last week. This not going to be one of those, though. Grounder to short. 2 outs. Mario has not had his day today. Can he redeem himself here?
It's a hit, but on 2 outs, it's going to be really hard without a dinger, which Toad is very much capable of doing. I mean, really, anyone is on this park.
Red Toad, a very reliable
He's charging
hitter.
up for it.
One of the best averages, even among the Toads, a class of player known for high averages. I actually believe we have the two best batting Toads in this game, Red and Yellow. But Red Toad goes out looking. Goes out looking. Rhiannon, Blue Critter, Yellow Yoshi trying to walk this one off now. Blue Critter, again, a player absolutely capable of hitting a walk-off right here. Swing and a miss on strike one from Rhiannon. Mario throwing another fireball, been throwing a lot more of those as the game goes on. Rhiannon does get this one down. You've got to run her on.
Blue Critter up to the plate.
That's just a double play
Blue
opportunity
Critter's so
in this
capable
league.
of hitting homers here.
You really need good contact out of him. Instead, it's going to be that classic double play. When I tell you, you get a runner on first, it is no guarantee. Can Yellow Yoshi, of all players, be the hero the Flowers need? I've seen Yoshi homers. They're pretty rare.
Hey, any given player on any given Wednesday.
It is not
and
a
Yellow
homer.
Yoshi, at the very least, hits a single to advance the batting order. Mario, I'm a tire.
Red Magic Koopa.
Dad, wake up!
The Fireball's so sure this is their game, maybe starting to play a little sloppy. Green Paratroopa has not been a great hitter today. Does Mario being tired make any difference? And that gets down.
Apparently it does.
Yellow Yoshi not gonna try for home. Every out matters here. A base hit from Blooper ends this game in the bottom of the 8th. But no, Red Magic Koopa, for all of his failures at second base so far, manages to squeeze them out of that, but not before Iris sweats off a few pounds. And we are just about
And of course,
back.
it's Baby Daisy. Eager to show what she's made of, which so far hasn't been much, but any given player can line out, or can ground out to the shortstop.
A lot of grounding out to the shortstop in this league for sure. Red Critter gonna try not to do it. Now, anything the Fireballs do here still has a chance to be answered. At least until we get to the 10th. I have it on a good authority. Innings end, or games end at 10. Never thought I'd have to put a tie on here, though.
And what a... You know, this really just shows how any team can win any given week.
They absolutely can. Red Toad ended the last one on a strikeout. Hammer Bro not going to do the same. That's deep,
Oh, they're
but
gonna
it's
get
slow.
there in time, though.
Your only hope is that that one's too high. And the leading small ball team of the league trying to grit this one out. Monty Mole, Daisy, Yellow Toad. 2 of the 3 players up to bat have hit home runs today.
Mario's just trying to grit his teeth, tossing fireballs every single inning, using every last bit of himself.
But he is not
And
having
that
it.
was it.
He's not willing to pitch to Daisy.
Okay. Mario goes to right field.
Okay.
Which of the 3 bros has the best pitching stat?
That would be Boomerang.
Alright, yeah. Boomerang on the mound.
Alright. So, whoever wins or loses, Boomerang Bro probably going to be the pitcher who gets it recorded. Not going to record a loss for Boomerang Bro just yet, but that is a double from Daisy.
Yeah. Inauspicious start if you're a Fireballs fan. That also prevents the double play, almost certainly. As Yellow Toad's up to bat.
Opts for contact. The boo item not gonna come out in time. Daisy at least knows to get back on the bag. Flowers really need a 2-out rally with Rhiannon Blue Critter batting. Need a base hit. Can this at least get over the shortstop Red Critter? It can. Blue Critter, absolutely the batter you want to see up right now if you're a Flowers fan. Runner on third,
just the
2
single
outs.
best one on the team.
That is deep. It's to the warning track. There's no item. You're hoping for an error, and you don't get one. You wish so badly you had an out to spare for a sac play.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have to question Critter's decision to charge up there. Any hit wins the game.
Instead, we are going into the 10th here. This game looking more and more likely to finish as a tie. Boomerang Bro charging very early for this pitch. You think you guys have it bad? I've had to use the bathroom since the 6th.
Yellow Match complaining, but still in there.
Fire Bro gonna get a base hit. Boo item gonna help it. And I think the boo item actually...
so slow.
I think the boo item actually passed that through the table. I did not know that. I think it makes the ball not only invisible, but actually incorporeal. Fascinating stuff we're learning here. And
As that's
Red
just
Magic
gonna be
Koopa
a
lines
double
out to a double
play.
play. We are into the 10th now. Scoreboard looking a little strange, as we've got Yellow Yoshi, Yellow Magic Koopa, Green Paratroopa batting for the Flowers. Truly the unlikeliest of heroes for their team.
Mm-hmm. And if we understand how this game works correctly, as Yellow Yoshi is trying to be a hero.
It doesn't quite happen. It's just fouled into right. Opts for a contact
Keeps the
single
inning
instead.
alive, though.
Magic Koopas
One
have
on, no
capacity.
outs.
They can also hit into double plays, or at least they could if Red Mange was a little faster getting that out of his glove.
Yeah, I really wanted to see Red Critter try for that one.
It is now a runner on second, 1 out for Green Paratroopa. Not the best hitter on this team. Does not need to be. Runners on the corners, 1 out for the Flowers. Now a sac play would end this. And they're going for the squeeze bunt.
No!
And they're going for the cheeky bunt.
Okay.
I can't believe it, folks. They are going to advance a runner.
Why do you wait that long to throw? You grab the ball and you throw to third.
On 2 strikes, not going to go for the cheeky bunt. Instead, going to go for a star hit, which is hit hot. Hammer Bros got it. Yoshi not feeling confident enough to tag up. Monty Mole, high average. Does he have what it takes? A single, and they're trying to steal home again.
It's foul.
I swear to God, this AI. Alright, 2 strikes.
Why would you run for that long?
They are not gonna bunt on 2 strikes. It's to Red Critter. This game ends in a tie. A tight and brutal tie. I've got to put a tie on the marker. What have you done to me? What have you all done to your commissioner, huh? You gotta make me score ties?
I'm about to walk into the locker room after the game. Is this what we're capable of as a team? Is this what we want to represent when we're out there on the field?
Well, you know what? Thanks to that, as the Knights owner, even if I drop next game, I do stay ahead in the standings. As the Fireballs go to 3-1-1. My God. That was the last thing I expected from that game. But you know what? Good props to Rhiannon for playing some very good defense against one of the toughest hitting teams in the league. You just wish that you could see the players be smart enough to deliver. A sack fly from Blooper would have won that game, and he went for a squeeze bunt on 2 outs with or on 1 out with no chemistry item. I'm so confused. Well, folks, I'm gonna take a
It was a
minute to
game.
breathe and think about what we just witnessed. And we'll see y'all. It's 8:22 now. 8:30, okay?
That sounds great.
We'll see y'all in about 7, 8 minutes. And all of us can think about the choices we've made. And we are back, folks, here at 8:30. Uh got a third game for you. I'd say it's going to be a good game, but tonight the precedent has been set. God only knows. I'm going to start us off here. Luigi Knights at Bowser Monsters going to the castle. Now, Luigi Knights are having a new lineup here for you. Not defensively, of course. Defensively, we are locked down, but I am a man who often lives in adages, needlessly so, and the if it ain't broke, don't fix it half of me, and the nothing ventured, nothing gained half of me had a fight, and the latter won. So you will be seeing Blue Toad batting leadoff, Brown Critter batting second. Third spot, taken from Petey Piranha, goes to Green Toad. Autumn, gonna move up in the order. Green Shy Guy, gonna move up in the order. Then it's Petey. The idea behind this basically being that I want the chemistry sections to load the bases. That way, if Petey or Brown Critter hit a real long single instead of a home run, we can really kind of leverage that better. I've tested it a little bit in practice, and when this lineup works, it really works. But it is kind of streaky. Petey's going to get Luigi batting cleanup for him. Blue Shy Guy in the 8 spot, kind of a dead at bat. I'm hoping he proves me wrong today. And I am batting ninth. Now, I pitched 2 weeks in a row and held a 0 ERA somehow. And thanks to an ineligibility to pitch this week, I'll keep it. At least as long as Luigi lasts the whole time, which God only knows how long the honeymoon will last. That said, Knights, I maintain this. I'm a little biased, but I still think it's true. Unparalleled defense in the Knights. It's really just tweaking to get the offense to work, and I'm hoping we've got it tonight against a team that, despite a 2-3 record, I still think is pretty tough.
Yeah, absolutely. And that pretty tough team is the Bowser Monsters. Leading off, we got Green Koopa in center field, third base, Green Dry Bones. Zach is out in left. Bowser's taking the mound. Red Paratroopa is at first. Starred Boo will be playing second. Green Magic Koopa at short. Dry Bones in right field. And Blue Noki will round out the lineup at catcher. This is a lineup where anyone can hit. A lot of these players can hit home runs too. So a real force to contend with. Feels like a bit of an unstoppable force versus immovable object game.
It really is, but funny enough, in all of the practices I've run of this game, what I can tell you this is going to hinge on is actually the Monsters' defense. I have seen Bowser put up some master classes in pitching on the mound, and I think the quicker he gets tired, the better this looks for the Knights. So we're going to see what we can do.
Absolutely. I think we're ready to get right into it.
Let's go to the castle. Zach, owner of the Monsters, was in chat briefly earlier. Not sure if he's still here to watch Green Magic Koopa make a quick first out. Still here. Alright, well. Hopefully we both enjoy this in our own ways, right?
Mm-hmm. And Bowser's star pitch, once again, demonstrates itself as just pretty much an automatic strike.
Oh, not pretty much an automatic strike. It is an automatic strike, and a long fly from Green Toad is going to start the Knights' offense off pretty weak. But one of the nice things about this new lineup is we put up a goose egg in the first, but Petey has not already batted, so we've still got some opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, Green Koopa charging up on this one. Petey Piranha's underneath that. No doubt. Blue Shy Guy gonna take a line drive from Green Drybones. I said he's a dead at bat, and he is, but he's been a great third baseman. Despite those little legs, he's really got some height.
That's really great to see.
Speaking of great height, Brown Critter.
Yeah, it's nice to see players jumping for the ball. I feel like we haven't seen quite as much of that tonight as one might hope.
You know, Red Magic Koopa's got all those baggy robes. What do you want? Autumn batting leadoff here. Statistically, the lower batting of the two Miis, but she's got a single here, and she's really not bad. She's in the 300s. Bowser going to use a star pitch here. Uses one surprisingly early. Does not have any more in the tank. Doesn't need it as Green Magic Koopa's on that. A quick double play and nobody on the base paths for PD Piranha. Still going to try for a solo shot.
Should just be a long out.
There are some hazards in the outfield here, but none of them get in the way of that. Bowser Castle, a pretty deep stadium as stadiums go. Nothing from the Knights in the top of the second. Bowser, Paratroopa, Boo up to bat. You never mind to see Bowser starting. At the very least, the worst he can do is a solo shot.
Yeah, if you have to face him at all, that is where you would want to see him.
Instead
and
of
some crazy hustle there from Autumn.
I cannot believe it.
She just makes it under that ball.
I was halfway through calling that a long single, and Autumn got underneath it. Brown Critter's got a line drive from Red Paratrooper for 2. Starred Boo. Not to be discounted, Boo hit a 3-run shot last week.
Yeah, will not quite reach those heights today, but does have a nice blooper single out there into shallow center.
This inning not over yet. Green Magic Koopa, one of the weaker batters on this team, though. And shows it with a line drive that, in the MLB, probably would have been placed okay, but not when Brown Critter's on second.
And we have 2 innings of scoreless ball.
We do, and with this section of the Knights lineup up, it might be 3 for them. Swing and a miss on strike 1 from Luigi. Boo misses that line drive on the second pitch. 1 on, nobody out for Mr. Dead at Bat himself. And wouldn't you know it, but at the very least, it's not a double play, although Zach's got a pretty good arm out there and left. It was a little closer than I would have liked. I am going to get one down. And now this is the part of the Knights lineup that this new batting order is meant to make happen. Blue Toad, a very reliable hitter. 1 out, 2 on. Bowser going to use a star pitch for what is a free strike. He does have 1 more if he wants it. Doesn't take it. That's in the middle. Green Koopa's not under it in time. Bases loaded, 1 out for a starred Brown Critter. This is what this lineup is meant to do. This is where my hunch that I changed this lineup on is proven right or wrong. Also, new chatter. Hi, Dewey. Good to see ya. You're watching me hopefully win some baseball. Luigi, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he makes the close play.
The close play always favoring the runner. Luigi, absolutely nothing going on in that head of his. Fucking brain cell bouncing around like a DVD screensaver on third, but he manages. Some chemistry item misuse ends that for the Knights. I'm glad we put 1 up, but my God, kids. It's tough love. It's tough love. Toad's all excellent leadoff hitters. Drybones also all excellent excellent leadoff hitters, and Vanilla Drybones shows us why. 1 on, nobody out for Blue Noki, who is far and away the best batting Noki statistically. But she's not perfect. And a double play there clears the base paths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just about every hitter in this league is going to be capable of grounding into double plays.
I really look forward to the most and least double play awards at the end of the season. Autumn, Green Shy Guy, Petey Piranha up for the Knights. The blue chemistry section of the lineup managed to at least score 1. Can the green section do anything? Autumn going to get us started here pretty well with a very deep ball. A little bit of lava in the outfield slows the outfielders down just enough to make it a comfortable double. Full set of stars from the Knights. Bowser going to use one. I'd really love to see Green Shy Guy use one here to get Petey up.
Yeah, what is a Shy Guy Star Swing? Is it still... Oh, it's a line drive in this game.
A hot line drive.
Really
Autumn
nice.
Briefly thinks about going for home. Opts not to. Now, this is risky. Bowser's got 3 stars. He can just decide not to face Petey Piranha here by throwing some stars. And as Petey lets one go, that becomes an even greater risk. Tough contact from Petey Piranha. Boy, Petey hits into a double play. It still scores 1. But the power section of the Knights lineup struggling to get started a little bit. It is really the defense holding that keeps them in the lead right now, 2-0 as we go into the bottom of the 4th. Autumn at least happy to cross the plate. Yeah, I am too, but it's Petey Piranha, first drafted player. I was hoping for a little more.
Yeah.
And defense
is... in a game where both teams can score this much, 2 runs does not feel comfortable at all.
And defense really the name of the game. Zach gonna hit a single up the middle. Green Drybones goes back. It is now Luigi pitching to Bowser with 2 on. A home run here puts the Monsters in the lead by 1. Nobody out. 2 pickoff attempts at second, neither any good. Big swing and a miss at strike 1. Strike 2 is caught by Petey Piranha. Thank the Lord. 2 outs, man on first for Red Paratroopa. Keeps it alive with 1 up the middle. Zach, Cowboy Zach, owner of the Bows, posting a shield followed by a shield and a question mark. Yeah, you know, my thoughts too, buddy. But Luigi holds right now. Boo on 2 strikes. Gotta take whatever Luigi gives him now. The off-speed. Swung on. And Petey Piranha gonna be responsible for all 3 outs. You know, ERA is a very misleading stat in this league. Because Luigi and myself have league-leading ERAs, but it's Petey and Brown Critter's defense.
Damn, some might say that's even true all times for ERA.
Yeah, not the greatest stat ever invented, perhaps. Blue Shy Guy gets tired of me calling him a dead at-bat, decides he's going to use a star early for a quick leadoff single. And I hit a very good double. Boo just misses it at second. It is now runners on the corners.
It's a single, but...
Sorry, a single with an extra base.
Hmm.
Runners on the corners, nobody out for Blue Toad. Green Magic Koopa's got that. Slow to leave the glove, but I'm slow to get back to the base. Goodness. Well, they don't, They didn't prescribe me these glasses because I didn't need them. Brown Critter cannot make a sack play. Gonna have to go for the whole thing. It's long, it's high, and they are not quite able to get to it in time. This center field being deep means Zach has got a ways to run before he can catch up with Koopa. That is a 2-run shot from Brown Critter. Knight's starting to rally a little bit, and Bowser getting tired. This is what I needed to see. Ideally not all the way till the 5th on 2 outs. Bowser very likely to still get out of this inning. Oh, no. No, I spoke too soon. Dewey, drafting Petey was a great choice. Drafting Petey was the best choice. I just happened to be the lucky man in the position to do it. We did the draft randomly in this league. Captains were drafted in a random order, and then players were drafted backwards. So I got last pick of the captains with Luigi, who really has delivered far more than I ever thought he would. And I got first pick of the players with Petey, and you know what? If I had the choice, I would do it again every time.
Yeah, he's just the best non-captain.
He is the best
There's
non-captain.
no debate.
Now, Zach, owner of the Monsters, did give me a pitching order, but he is here, so I'm going to let him make more changes. Normally, Bowser and Boo would just swap, but instead Bowser's going to go to first. Good spot for a big power hitter. And Paratroopa is going to take second, I think. I'll let you confirm that for me. Okay. Alright, well, this was not just an excuse for me to take my second beer out of Spooler. I'm not stalling. You're stalling. Alright, we're back. Two outs, man on first. Sekile says Butani. Iris has made that joke. And it's still true, he can really be a two-way player.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much.
It's even more true in Superstars, where he is definitely just one of the best bats, while as being definitively the best pitch.
Not so much a two-way player as Green Magic Koopa, who's mostly best on the defensive side of things. He does get him out of that inning. Can he get the monster started off right? There are some hazards going on in the outfield, but King Babam does not place that one in such a way to get into Autumn's way. And so it is a fly out for the first one. Well, you know, Autumn, between the two of us, I am the better hitter, somehow, but you're the better center fielder. Not a better hitter, Blue Noki. Second double play tonight. Blue
Yeah,
Noki
really just brutal for the Monsters.
Blue Noki has shown up in some big ways in the previous weeks, and you really needed her to when you were playing against the top team. She just hasn't. Green Shy Guy gonna take a deep one to the warning track. His job is to get on base for Petey to clear him up, but he decides he wants the glory and is not rewarded for it.
Petey Piranha trying to do what he does best and hit dingers. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get the power that he needs.
It was
and
fast,
it's just a long
it was
out.
weak. Luigi staying humble, not going for the whole thing. Gonna be the first Knight to get on base this inning. Maybe take a lesson from Captain, fellas. Blue Shy Guy constantly accused of being a dead at-bat.
Not escaping the allegations today, and that could be his last chance to bat tonight.
Sekiles proposes a Petey for Blue Noki trade. Interesting, interesting. Come back to me when I'm brain damaged, and maybe. Dewey, Knights are doing pretty well right now. I have run this game a lot of times, and I've seen some pretty wild variants. I'm happy, but I know that it's not over till it's over. Knights are 4-0 right now, the only undefeated team. Luigi's got a good curveball, likes to keep him away from the plate. Green Drybone's very patiently waiting for his pitch there. And now it's 2 on, nobody out for Zach. Bowser up next. You're really hoping to see a double play here. Instead, that is a deep line drive into right foul territory.
Now, if you are a Monsters fan, on the other hand, really hoping to see some good base running.
But no.
Unorthodox way to get a double play, but it works. And that potentially really mitigated the damage Bowser's capable of, although he doesn't go for the homer and is kind of punished for it.
The 8-4 double play, very non-traditional, followed by a fly out from Bowser. Monsters putting up goose eggs. And I like to hype up my own batting, but I'm not invincible. Quick one. And Red Paratroopa makes an error at second. What should have been a routine ground out from Blue Toad instead turns into a single for Brown Critter. Has hit 1 home run today. I would love to see some insurance. Monsters put up 13 against the Fireballs last week. I don't feel safe ahead 4.
Brown Critter seems a bit intent to draw a walk here. Finally charges up.
It's deep. It's deep. It is foul at the last second. On 2 strikes, 1 out, man on first. Is he going to try again? No, that is going to be a contact. Koopa's under it in center. Blue Toad not interested in trying to tag up. Now up to the chemistry section. Petey Piranha not looking likely to be up again today. But Green Toad does move the Knights 1 batter closer. You've got 2 on, 2 out for Autumn. All right, Autumn. This is your chance. Make me proud.
Who seems pretty intent to pitch around Autumn is maybe scared of this situation, scared of Autumn as a batter.
A little bit of chemistry with Green Toad on base. And in fact, the chemistry item, the bomb from King Bomb out there in the outfield, folks, error item usage. Oh my god, Autumn gets greedy and goes for second. I think the run still counts. The run does still count.
Yes.
And the Knight's gonna put up 1 more. A little overeager on your base running, Autumn, but you know what? I'm still proud. I'm happy. Would not have been upset if you'd have stayed on first, waited for Green Shy Guy, waited for Petey. Red Paratroopa gonna hit a slow one up the middle, not fast enough to get past Brown Critter at second. Monsters batting boo, down to their last 2 outs. Luigi looking ready to pitch another complete game. I cannot believe the Knights pitching this season.
Yeah, it's...
And Green Magic Koopa gonna take one straight to Petey.
Mm-hmm. And that is a decisive 5-0 win.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I made all these changes to the batting lineup in an effort to get some more offense out of the Knights, and they ended up winning it in a fashion that's pretty routine for them. I believe our last 3 games prior to this, we won tonight 5-0. Last week was 4-0. The week before that was 5-0. The week before that was 4-1. Knights very good for about 4 or 5 runs. As long as the defense holds, you better be ready.
Absolutely. Definitely showing why you're at the top of the leaderboard.
Dapper 1 Bowser and my Koopas will not be in next season because they will be in soup. Hey, I know a guy, name a Shredder. He might have some good recipes for you. Dewey, thank you for the congratulations. Autumn, we're so happy to have you. I deeply regret that I will likely get bumped down the draft order next season, and probably you will be snatched up by somebody else who has an opportunity. But I'm so happy to take advantage of you while I got you.
Hell yeah.
Now, folks,
And
go
oh,
ahead.
go for it.
We have one more game tonight. This is going to be a very special game tonight. Oh god. Oh no. Look, all right, listen, don't use my words against me. Not a pint deep at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday. We got a very special game tonight in a lot of ways. It is the Birdo Bows against the Peach Monarchs. The only two teams to make a trade during the regular season. We have had two trades happen in the NSLB. One happened between the Knights and the Monsters before week one. Bows and Monarchs made a pretty recent trade, and it was a two-player for two-player swap. Bows picked up Wiggler and Teal Yoshi, Light Blue Yoshi, Cerulean Yoshi, Cyan Yoshi. And the Monarchs now have Blue Pianta and Toadsworth. Uh, we saw the Monarchs last week. The Bows had the bye, so this is going to be the first time we get to see both of these teams in their new configurations. And wouldn't you believe it, it's against each other. Not only that,
I
but this week is our first ever Battle of the Zacks. This league is 33% Zack, and it is the first time two of them have faced each other. And for all of that, my favorite part, we've got a very special venue for you. But Iris, I'm sorry I was speaking. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Excited to see the Zacks. Excited to see how this fleece job has improved the Birdo Bows, who, leading off, have their new acquisition, Wiggler, is going to be pitching. Up next is Birdo over at short. Red Pianta is going to be at third base. Red Shy Guy at second. Zach himself will be at first. Behind the dish, we got Red Noki. Out in center field, we've got a starred green Noki. Right field is Yoshi, and left field is Cyan Yoshi.
Yep.
This is definitely improved lineup after this trade.
Yeah, I
So
would say
I'm excited to
so.
see what can happen.
I'm very excited to see Wiggler's first rep as pitcher. Now, I actually, cards on the table here because I think Cowboy Zach is aware of it. Didn't want to say anything while West Zach was figuring this out. Wiggler may be the most underrated pitcher in this game stat wise. Wiggler, very very strong player that I'm happy to see getting put on the mound where they deserve to be. But the Peach Monarchs are not a team to count out. They're starting with Blue Drybones,
Absolutely.
excellent leadoff hitter. They always are. Starred Toadette, gonna go to right. Pink Yoshi, gonna be in left. Blue Pianta at second. That's your first four batters. Then it's Funky Kong first baseman. So you've got your power in the 4-5. Zach, your starting pitcher, has done relatively well so far. I think had one game where they were a bit rough, but for the most part, they've done solidly. Peach going to center field, Gray Shy Guy shortstop, very reliable position for him on this team. And new acquisition Toadsworth catching, likely to be subbed in for pitcher later. Now, I don't believe Zach is here. I have not seen them tonight. If you are, say hi. But I did not receive a lineup for this week, so we went with as close to we could from last week, and I'm going to try and stick to the plan as it was in week 5 during my substitutions.
Sounds good.
All right,
I think
folks.
with everything else out of the way, it's time to get started.
I think so. Now, I have really been hyping up the Ice Garden at night. I've probably been overselling it a little, but it is a very pretty stadium with a very special mechanic that I hope we get to see. I won't spoil it. Zach takes a bow, Wiggler getting ready to bat lead off.
Immediately, we have a single in this very lovely venue.
When the lights are off in the Ice Garden, that reflection, you've got the star spotlights out there in the outfield. Leave it to Princess Peach. She knows how to put on a show. I don't know if canonically she is Princess of the Baseball Kingdom. I assume she is. But clearly, even if she's not, she's got the money to make a very nice venue. And Wiggler gonna move to third as Red Pianta hits a single with an extra base. We've had a lot of kind of quiet games tonight. The Bows looking to get the offense started early. And Gray Shy Guy makes an excellent dive for that. Red Pianta very slow on the base paths. The Piantas, I think, really need to know their limitations when it comes to running.
Absolutely. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate either way, because you're either slower to get to second or you're slower to get back to first.
It is tough. And the Piantas, as we are learning as we go through this league, very strong hitters who choose to go contact very often. It's a bit of a frustrating situation. Starred Toadette here. Looking at strike 2 from Wiggler. Strike 3 is swung on. Birdo has got that. Shortstop, most important position in this game, at least, for sure. I imagine, arguably, the most important position in regular baseball defensively. Birdo showing why she deserves to be there.
Aside from catcher, yeah.
Yeah, here, as we've seen tonight, I would not call any catchers instrumental to their teams.
Yeah, one might even say that they're all bad.
But hey, Cowboys axe me, the worst batting me in the entire league, gets a single. He's on base, folks, and Red Noki immediately takes him off the path, sliding into a double, or grounding into a double play. Green Noki gets the star for the first time this week. Let's see how she makes use of it. Gray Shy Guy jumps for that one a little early, a little overzealous. And so she's aboard with a single on what I might call an error if we were counting them. Yoshi hits a far more traditional single, and now it's down to light blue Yoshi. Another character I have actually seen hit home runs before, but very rarely. More traditionally, you're going to get flyouts like that. Nothing from the Bows in the first two, as the Monarchs have the power section of their lineup approaching. Blue Pianta, Funky Kong. Funky Kong gonna hit a long line drive off that pitch from Wiggler. Gonna go for at least 2. Not feeling like 3 today. I don't believe we've seen any home runs yet on the Ice Garden. We might have in that Fireballs Monarchs game that I'm forgetting. But we have seen a fair few triples. And despite the star, Green Noki gonna make an error. No other outfielders coming in to help her. She's got to go and get that one in her own shame. Funky Kong not wasting any time crossing the plate. Zach hits a triple. And the Monarchs, the first team to score in the bottom of the second. 1 out, man on third for Peach. Red Shy Guy manages that at second pretty well. 4 stars on the Monarch side. Gray Shy Guy, you'd love to see him use one. Instead, he lines out to second. Wiggler, normally a
Could have
very
been
good...
the early charge here.
Normally a very good contact hitter. Instead, gonna charge and gonna swing early. Toadette gonna show him why that's not the greatest idea. Birdo, also a pretty threatening hitter, has had a home run this season. But despite the lack of super dive, Blue Pianta is a big body at second, and sometimes that's all you need. Red Pianta gonna get one down. And so the Bows are so far scoreless, but they will not be hitless this inning. They will be scoreless this inning. Shy Guys and lining out. Name a more iconic combo.
Absolutely.
The correct answer to which, of course, is Paragoomba double play.
Oh, that's fair.
Blue Dry Bones, normally very good, cannot get that one by Birdo. And neither can Toadette, who comes very close to crossing the bag. She's quite quick, but Monarchs held scoreless.
In a night with some really long games, this one's going by quite quickly.
I'm not complaining. And Zach going to hit one through the star spotlight for a lights out shot. Ah, God, I love it. And it's a triple. This is Cowboy Zach's game. Yeah, now folks, there are 6 star spotlights hanging out in the air in the outfield. Red Noki, of all players, going to get an RBI to tie this up 1-1. Anytime a ball goes through one of those floating stars, lights out, fielders cannot find the ball until the spotlights turn back on. But once they hit one through, as you can see, that spotlight is no longer there for the future. It's a very pretty effect. You're not likely to see it more than once or twice a game. I didn't want to spoil it, you know, I really like the way it looks. It even had the drum roll. Green Yoshi gonna hit a single up the middle, runners on the corners with 1 out. Is Teal Yoshi the hero the Bows need? As long as he doesn't double play.
And that's looking like it might just be Yoshi just makes it back.
Very aware base running from Yoshi. I can think of a lot of runners who would have gotten caught out there. And now it's 2 outs,
it's Wiggler
2 on
play
for Wiggler, who's got a very
This
good
is
average.
absolutely who you want to see.
Can't think of anybody I'd prefer, and he shows why. With one that just gets past Blue Pianta at second, Bows take the lead, 2-1. It is, in fact, Big Wig Wednesday. Can Birdo keep the 2-out rally going? She's charging up. Very low trajectory on that one, though. Gonna be a hot grounder. Yoshi,
speaking of very aware base running, I mean, he's gonna get back safe at third because everyone in this league sucks at catching, but... That drops just in front of Pianta. And against all odds, Red Pianta makes it to first base. Felt like it was a little close there for a second.
If you'll forgive the expression, Bo's starting to snowball here at the Ice Garden. Red Shy Guy not looking to ground out. That is going to land in foul territory, but thanks to Blue Drybones bobbling it at third, it stays fair on a technicality. And so Blue Drybones going to make an error that costs the Monarchs 2. And Zach is done. Excuse me. Now, we have seen a lot of pitchers come in for the Monarchs. Pink Yoshi has pitched, Peach has pitched, Toadsworth has actually pitched despite a short stint, Blue Drybones has pitched, I think Toadette's pitched. I think the most fair thing I can do is put in last week's starter. Toadsworth likely to come in after this. Cowboy Zach keeps his sudden resurgence going. Again, an error on the Monarchs side. A 2 RBI single. I cannot believe it, folks. The last hitless me going 3 for 3 today. At least 3 RBI. Blue Pianta finally going to end this, but a 7 spot from the Bows. A lot of it on 2 outs. Not a lot of high scorers tonight. This just might be it for the Monarchs. But Pink Yoshi going to try and start mounting the comeback with a single. Line drive from Blue Pianta goes into foul right. Keeps that one fair up the first base line, though, and Yoshi's got to spend some time chasing it.
Yeah, honestly, I think Pink Yoshi could have made it home there.
It's very possible.
But regardless, Funky Kong's up at the plate, and we know the damage this guy's capable of.
Yeah, if you've got to wait on third for a hitter, Funky Kong's a good one to wait for. And Pink Yoshi does, in fact, wait on third there. Once again, I have so many questions about who programmed this base running AI, but at least it knows to wait on third for a sac fly. Zach gonna use a star swing. Blue Pianta gonna try for home. Absolutely not. That one barely got past the infield, and you're gonna try and go home for it on 2 out of 10 speed?
The only thing I can think is, maybe they thought that the fireballs would come into play, but Nokia actually, in making the catch, kind of slid around the fireballs.
Yeah, the CPU, very reliable with its error item usage, and the fireball's generally not one of the best. The fireballs, the bomb, are almost always too late. The pow ball is good in the infield. The boo is good on line drives, but not fly balls. Green shell and banana is kind of a mixed bag. Green Noki, not traditionally a great hitter, but does get a board here. Nobody out, man on first for Green Yoshi. But a line out to left is going to prevent any more momentum. Peach gives Teal Yoshi the off-speed. Gray Shy Guy manages that. And this is a very swingy, a very streaky kind of game. The Bows not the only team tonight. We've seen one big inning and a whole lot of goose eggs. But hey, when that one big inning is 7, you're not too unhappy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Former Bow Toadsworth batting, former Monarch Wiggler pitching. Both players something to prove. And it's going to be Wiggler who wins that face-off, as Toadsworth hits a very weak grounder into the infield. But the
And Yoshi
ice...
actually overruns that. You wonder if it wasn't the ice or what happened there.
Oh, I'm quite confident it was the ice. But you know, Wiggler does not lose his cool on the mound. And as the Monarchs are retired scoreless in the bottom of the fifth, it's not impossible to start thinking about a complete game for Wiggler in their first pitching debut.
And not bad on the bat either, as they hit another single this game.
On, nobody out for Birdo. Took a big charge last at bat, but it stayed too low to go very far. This one is going to get to the outfield for a single. Now, Red Pianta. I know the Piantas love to go contact, but you would love to see a big drive here. You don't need it, but you'd love to see it. Red Pianta really waiting for his pitch. Does end up going contact. Toadette's got that one in shallow right. Now it's time to see if Red Shy Guy can do anything.
And not only does Red Shy Guy escape grounding into a double play, he actually hits a single. The bases are loaded for Zach here.
3 for 3 today, couple RBIs. Can he keep this hype train a-rolling? Peach, been sitting on 5 stars for a while, finally going to use one. And Zach actually misses the hard ball for strike 2. Oh, but nobody's immune to the line out into double play.
Absolutely true. Still, being up 5 runs is a pretty comfy position. So I imagine he's not too upset.
Hey, he's not super happy in the chat. You know, look, Zach, you're not great, but you're a lot better tonight than you've ever been previously. You know, the trajectory is looking great.
That ball just lands fair. Noki can't get to it.
And so now we've got Blue Pianta on first, 1 out for Funky Kong. Again, not terribly fast, but does get to first in time. So now it's 2 on for Zach. Wiggler looking as comfortable on the mound as they did in the first inning. Blue Yoshi's got that line drive in left.
Yeah, great play there by Shy Guy. Makes it look effortless.
Yeah, Peach drafted somewhere in the middle of the captains. I think we might see the Monarchs be a bit of a later pickup next season. Much as I love her
Yeah, Peach is a
stadium.
cool character. Unfortunately, the stats aren't quite there.
But there's always room for style over substance in this game. Red Noki gonna hit an absolute double. Really no chance of them getting back to that one in time. The glaciers in the outfield really helped make that possible. Green Noki gonna make an effort more typical of her species.
She does at least advance Red Noki over to third.
She does, and so it is 1 on third, 1 out for Green Yoshi, who's staring down strike 3. Gonna be a deep fly. Red Noki gonna try and tag up. Man,
It's just safe.
I cannot believe that did not trigger the close play animation. And so the Bows will put on 1 more. But only 1 more as Blue Drybones grabs that one at third. Monarchs need quite a lot to come back from this one, and Gray Shy Guy Toadsworth Blue Dry Bones, not the order you want to see started up. Birdo, I gotta check my glasses here.
Birdo.
Birdo jumped for that one, missed, then went for a backwards suction catch. Very impressive. Red Shy Guy not able to put on quite as many infield heroics. Let's Toadsworth aboard here. Blue Drybones keeps it going. You got Toadette, you've got Pink Yoshi. And then you can start getting into the power section of the lineup. If you're the Monarchs, you really need these two next batters to survive. Toadette gonna advance the runners, but make a very costly out.
Mm-hmm. Pink Yoshi has a chance to start a rally, but with no outs to give.
It does not happen. Wiggler's pitching debut going to be a complete game, allowing only 2. Very strong performance. The Bows showing an offense they have not shown really all season. Very convincing win at a very beautiful stadium.
Mm-hmm. Very nicely done.
All right, well, congratulations, Cowboy Zach. All those simulations were worth it. A very convincing win, and who knows? You know, the muscles have really come into their own, even though tonight was not a perfect showing from them. The muscles have really started to come into their own after starting on the bottom. Maybe this is a good chance for the Bows comeback. We've got plenty of game left, plenty of season left. Nobody's out of the playoffs yet.
Absolutely.
Now, folks, that's all the baseball we've got for you tonight, but if you want to hang around for just a minute, I can let you know. Week 7 coming up next Wednesday. With the holidays past, we are back on our normal schedule every week, 7 o'clock Eastern. Week 7, Game 1, we are going to have another Battle of the Zacks. This time, it's the East Zack Monsters going to Yoshi Park to play the Cowboy Zack Bows. The Rhiannon Flowers managed to tie a top team tonight, played some good defense, but they're going to have to go up against a team playing the best defense as they head to Luigi's Mansion in Game 2 next week. The August Rookies are going up against the Iris Fireballs, and it is going to be at Mario Stadium on the Fireballs' home turf. That's going to be a tough one. I don't think you've lost any games at home yet.
I don't believe so. Well, I know I haven't.
And last, but certainly not least, Game 4 next week, going to be the Calvin Wilds, who had the bye this week, headed to Wario City to play the Muscles. Teams are starting to spread out a little, but there's still a lot of competition in the middle for those 3rd and 4th playoff spots. And I look forward to seeing all of you there. Iris, you want to take us home?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to tune in next week on Twitch or YouTube to see those games that Christian just read off. If you would like to be notified when we go live, follow the channel. If you are interested, join our Discord as well. And with everything else out of the way, we'll see you next time.
Have a good one, folks.